Welcome back to 80s from Port 9 Sports Talk here, your home for Detroit Lions football. And we are here. We are a couple of weeks away from the 2018 NFL Draft, and the team has changed quite a bit. Here's a look at some of the retirements from around the league. You can see a few of the signings, but here's a look at some of the retirements. John Ryan, James Stark, Daryl Smith, Richie Incognito, Rashad Jennings, Nick Novak, Vincent Jackson, Terrell Suggs. Haloti Nana sadly decided to call it quits, so that leaves a gaping hole for the Lions at defensive tackle. As you saw, Brandon Marshall, Jason Witten, Carson Palmer called it quits, Michael Vick, and Jeff Fisher retired. So that's a look at the retirement section. Now, in a second, you're going to see who the Lions picked up in free agency. Now, the Lions, they signed wide receiver Barrett Burns, kicker Jason Myers, wide receiver Usain Bolt, guard William Campbell, tight end Trey Burton, and cornerback LaMarcus Joyner. Those are some interesting signings. And while we look at the rest of the signings from around the league, I'm going to talk about some of those signings. And I think the most intriguing one for a lot of people is obviously Usain Bolt. Dude's the fastest man in the world. The Broncos did not have the salary cap to pay him past this season, so they could not keep him around. They had to get rid of him, and that is definitely interesting. For the other signings, they are mostly just band-aids at this point. The team, LaMarcus Joyner is a decent slot corner, the former Ram. He's okay. Trey Burton is an okay tight end, the former Eagle and Chief last season. He'll be pretty good. I think he'll be more reliable than Eric Ebron, so that's a plus, but he doesn't have the same upside. William Campbell was a depth signing, as well as Barrett Burns. And I don't even remember who the other free agent signings were, but it was a lot of just band-aids for the team and not much else. And I'm concerned about that. I think that the team needed to do more, in terms of finding players that can contribute that aren't drafted, because the Lions only have so many draft picks this season. So it'll be interesting to see what Bob Quinn wants to do about this. And there's a look at Usain Bolt. He has a little confidence after a rough year in Denver, but he is still very, very fast, and he should be very, very electric for this team. Now, couple things you may have noticed when you're looking at the depth chart is Matthew Stafford was brought back on a franchise tag for one more year for $24 million, and Golden Tate was missing because he was traded to the New Orleans Saints for a second and a sixth round pick. Now, this is definitely a surprising move, but the Lions are trying to sell their assets. And they also traded Devin Taylor for a 2019 third round pick. So, the Lions are trying to sell, and on your way out, here's a look at the Pro Bowl that I neglected to put in the past few videos for whatever reason. But here's just a look at it. The Lions only had one Pro Bowler, and Glover Quinn, the safety. He was the lone Pro Bowler on the team, and I think Darius Slay got robbed. But I'll do it for us on 87.9 Sports Talk. You can continue to see the Pro Bowlers on your way out, and thank you for listening. Hopefully, the Lions have a good 2018 draft. We'll be covering it right here, right now. Well, not right now, but we'll also be covering training camp, the season preview, and of course, week 1.